When the signal arrived, it did not travel at the speed of light. It traveled at the speed of fear. Every deep space array from lunar observatories to the outer Kuiper listening posts registered the same anomaly, a distortion in spacetime itself, like gravity whispering in a language no equation could hold. Then the stars began to go dark, not exploding, not collapsing, simply extinguishing, one by one. I, the astrophysicist, Dr. Elara Vance was the first to say the word no one wanted to speak. Predation. At the International Stellar Observatory, she overlaid the map. The darkened stars formed a pattern, not random, not supernova clustering, not black hole expansion. A trajectory. Something was moving. Something feeding. Global leaders demanded certainty. She had none. But she had data. And data did not lie out of cruelty. To the Admiral Thomas Cade, commanded Earth-S Interstellar. Defense fleet a symbolic force more than a practical one. Humanity had only recently colonized Mars and established research habitats near Jupiter's moons. Interstellar war was still fiction. Until it wasn't. The object appeared beyond Pluto's orbit, a structure vast beyond proportion. Its surface like fractured obsidian laced with violet veins of internal light. Scanners returned nonsense. Mass inconsistent. Energy signature fluctuating between states of matter and vacuum. Then a transmission. Not in words. In hunger, ships nearest to it lost power. Reactors dimmed as though drained. One vessel simply collapsed inward, crushed not by force but by absence, its energy siphoned into nothing. Cade felt something cold settle behind his ribs. This was not invasion, it was consumption. 3. The Devourer, the entity called itself Valkyrian, not a species. Not a machine. A convergence? It manifested through a projection, an immense figure of elongated form, skin like dark crystal, fissures glowing with deep purple radiance. Within those cracks flowed liquid luminescence, the color of bruised starlight, its blood, if such a word applied. I harvest entropy, it communicated. You extinguish civilizations, Elara replied. Civilizations are energy clusters with narrative illusions. Its voice resonated directly in neural pathways, bypassing sound. You call it destruction. I call it rebalancing. Valkyrian consumes stars nearing instability. It drained quantum fluctuations from galaxies approaching chaotic expansion. Entire solar systems were reduced to cold embers, yet cosmic background radiation readings suggested something unexpected. Entropy slowed where it passed. The universe in its wake aged more gently. 4. Tu Philosophi Zella believed in preservation at all cost. Cade believed in defense, even against inevitability. You're talking about fighting gravity itself, she told him in the command deck orbiting Earth. If gravity threatened to swallow us, he said. Yes. Valkyrian offered terms. Earth would be spared for now. Humanity's star was stable. But eventually, all energetic systems decay. When Sol neared instability, Valkyrian would return. You cannot prevent the heat death of the universe, it stated. But I can delay it. By killing everything early, Elara shot back. By redistributing what you waste. It showed them projections, a universe where entropy surged, unchecked darkness absolute. Then another where Valkyrian's harvesting extended cosmic longevity by trillions of years. Life shortened locally, existence extended globally. 5. The Choice A faction within Earth's council argued for alliance. If Valkyrian consumed dying stars only, perhaps it was necessary. Perhaps suffering on a local scale ensured survival on a cosmic one. Cade rejected the logic. You don't negotiate with something that sees you as fuel. Elara was less certain. If it's right, she murmured, if this truly extends universal lifespan. At what cost? Cade demanded. At the cost of individual systems, she said quietly. But aren't we insignificant at that scale? He stared at her. I refuse to measure humanity against infinity and decide we don't matter. The Clashcade ordered an attack. Not with missiles, they were useless, but with gravitational shear devices designed to destabilize space-time curvature. Humanity tore at the fabric of the void around Valkyrian. The entity responded. Its violet veins flared, and a wave of draining force rippled outward. Ships lost energy, falling dark. Entire fleets went, silent. Cade watched his command vessels flicker out like dying candles. Then Elara executed her own plan. Instead of striking Valkyrian, she fed it. Using the solar arrays of Mercury and fusion reactors of Earth's orbital ring, she channeled controlled energy bursts into the entity forcing saturation. Valkyrian had never encountered resistance through abundance. Its structure destabilized not from attack but from excess. "You overconsume," Elara transmitted. "You cannot process what you take." The purple light within its fractures surged violently, spilling into space like luminous hemorrhage. For the first time, Valkyrian recoiled. 7. The standoff. The entity withdrew beyond Neptune's orbit, weakened but not destroyed. "You defend local inefficiency," it communicated, diminished yet unbroken. "You accelerate universal decay, and you erase meaning in the name of balance," Elara answered. Cade, his fleet shattered, spoke last. "If survival requires us to become prey, we'll fight, even if we lose." Valkyrian paused, curious. Then it vanished into interstellar dark. 8. Aftermath. Humanity survived. Barely. Entire fleets were gone. Orbital infrastructure crippled. Global energy grids strained, but the stars remained. Elara became both celebrated and condemned. Some called her reckless for antagonizing a cosmic stabilizer. Others hailed her for defending life's right to burn brightly, however briefly. Cade resigned from military command, knowing Earth would need more than weapons in the future. In deep space, far beyond human detection, Valkyrian adjusted its calculus. For the first time in eons, something had resisted not with hatred, but with defiance rooted in meaning. The universe continued expanding. Entropy continued rising. And somewhere in the dark, a being with purple, star-fed veins considered a new question. If consciousness insists on existing even briefly, is extinction truly balance? Or is defiance itself a force the cosmos must learn to account for?